Dodgeball Toronto. We're in Markham, Ontario at the Pan Am Centre. Ben Johnson alongside
Frankie Giannetto, happy to be here.
And we are going to be watching the first round of the playoffs. It's going to be a very good one because it's pretty evenly lined up. I think it was 4 versus 5.
Yes, it's the 4 versus 5 seed we have here.
On the near end is Phoenix, representing the eastern side of Canada. And then on the far end, representing all of Canada, split in two though, this is Memers. The Dreamers, I believe, got first overall. So that's good news for fans of Team Canada. So Captain Corinne Biron is also one of the captains on Team Canada. So it'll be particularly fun for Phoenix to be squaring up against kind of like our Canadian All-Stars, so to speak, right?
Yeah, and with a 5 seed though, they got to feel a little confident going into this. So what are you looking for here?
Well, it's kind of something we've talked about before. One of the advantages for teams that are teams that play together is the like quick in motion. We're not spending time getting to know one another or kind of being overly friendly. And so like there's the learning curve for the Canadian women who often are used to being kind of opposed to one another, right? And I'm expecting a brilliant opening rush. A triple toss back, but
wow, successful too.
Yeah,
with the connection.
Targeting our wonderful Quebec-based players, I believe. That's Gallerano, and it was Lantier. As Biron is taken out, speaking of.
Scoring a 5v4 situation now.
Burden to throw is on the Canadians, the Memers. Hard throw, perfectly placed, taking out Goran. Now Griffin replaces on the wing. And with the rebound, Memers keep the burden. Speaking of Atlantic Canada, that's Tiffany Wong in the middle, just sharing the ball with her teammates. Tara flat on the right wing.
The windmill fake there.
Sticking out a little bit more than her teammates wearing that other Canada look.
Quite a few exchanges there. It looks like 4 or 5 balls, and looks like flat out for Memers and one out in the middle over here for Phoenix.
That's a great throw by Pollard. And now 2 remaining. Good work by the retrievers, getting the ball quick in.
It's a lot of work being a retriever, or as we always say, shagger. Apparently, the Europeans like when we say that.
We could say shag now, but we prefer you say shag later. Now 1v4. Pollard readies, rips, watch out for Valentina Drew in the opposing corner. Ready to strike when the time calls for it. Good 2-ball block. Resets the burden. Jobin Ross the target and just tapped out.
Pollard did close a couple matches for this team earlier on stream. So
did Mayaz deceive me, or is she a lefty?
Yeah. Which
can also add to the deceptiveness of those throws, right?
Taken out on a strong team throw there, though. So first point goes to Memers.
1-0. Relatively quick pace. It's kind of one after the other with that kind of maybe a couple moments of double out.
Yeah, we're in the first round of playoffs here, so a little more at stake. Format-wise, it's single elimination, similar clock to before, so 23 minutes with a no-block halftime around 12.
Late trailing throw. Lisa Moore now on court. Longtime player for Team Canada. As Oliviera takes center, makes the play call. Pollard rips it into the gloves.
Great catch.
Tara flat, showing why she's the right winger of this team. Strong player.
Do Canadians use gloves when they play dodgeball? It's keep saying into the gloves here for catch. Yeah.
And she set down her gloves for that one, though, unfortunately. As Wright with a great throw. Wright wearing the 33 is actually Crystal Fonseca. So the legit, well, actually they are both wearing 33.
They're next to each other.
Headband is Wright, and Crystal Fonseca is in the middle right now. As Wright pulls a ball in that bounced into her.
Well, it looks like a lot of close throws there, but no connections.
And they're good to keep in momentum. Sometimes when it's that close, there's that hesitancy of what just happened, and trusting their instincts and listening for the refs when needed. But the shot clock is counting down against them right now. 2 just off target. In for the huddle, quickly communicating the play. Now the Memers.
Great dodging there in the corner. Gets out of the team throw.
Burden on Phoenix.
I think here with 3 people, I like throwing 1. Yeah.
Right on
Keeping
target.
defensive 3. Really, it's an advantage when you're trying to make a comeback with 3 people.
And we don't need to worry about pace just yet, so there's no comeback burden. As Biron, slow to retreat and hard throwing. Trade situation is exactly in favor of Memers as it goes from 2-5 to 4-1. Burden is on Memers. And a
Looks like a
perfect toe shot. Puts it at 2-0.
All right, so what does Phoenix Force have to do to get back in this? They're close in the games, but down 2-0.
And this is where emotions can really matter. Like when you start to kind of go, oh no, this is getting away from us, then it actually does.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is a pivotal point here?
So this might be the bring the swagger if you've got some of the women who've got just got great throws, right?
Yeah.
And this because right now in some ways there's the vulnerability of pride when you're the women's national team.
Right.
Post. Like the expectations are quite high right now. Hard throw.
It's like a double hit there. Rough start.
That's unfortunate when you wear 6 players. There's just so little room, and the odds of a little ricochet go up. 2 right on target, taking out Biron.
Strong return, but
Owl eliminated 2. Speaking of, so we're now 4v3. Gallardo, quick feet, gets that second ball. Burden is on Phoenix. Play call coming out of the center, Pollard. More of the target. Both wingers on defense, really ready to send it back, but I guess there was a no counter call. Crossing is good. Co-captain Gorin is eliminated. Getting it out just in time, both players. Burden to throw now on the Memers. 4 balls, 1 for each player. Kind of mixing up some Moras on the wing. Ever so briefly. Good throw. Watch out, Jobin Russ. Did a good move squaring up in the center there because she was eyeing Pollard there. That made me think that Gallardo would be kind of sending her no luck to her throw.
Yeah, that's 2 great decisions there. Like picked the perfect target for both throws.
And
they're right back in this. Here you go, 2v1.
Yeah, and Pollard there just squared the inside of the elbow.
Opportunity for a team throw now too.
Valentina Drew, good ups. Sends a hard throw back, but not connecting.
Crash,
Oh,
connects.
and right on target, the comeback kids.
Yeah.
See, this is where you can see the vibes are nothing to lose on one end, right? Like, it's just like, look at us, we just got that point. And so you can ride high on any little win, whereas it might be tough for the Canadian women to be thinking like, hey, like this isn't my team. You can see kind of pretty quiet over there. We got the cheers happening on the other end.
Yeah.
So, and in some ways, it's just more of a mental game than anything. Good opening rush ends up in a limb. The counter throw ends up being a rebound thanks to Dylan Cruz there. Strong and stable on the sidelines.
It doesn't appear that Memers look kind of phased right now, just playing their normal game. Strong dodgeball.
You can see that Biron might be target number 1. It's pretty early on that she's the one that they're sending balls at. Tiffany Wong now in center. for the Memers, handing it off to her teammate, Jordan Ross, taking the left wing. And Phoenix heading to the line.
5v5 scenario here. Or 5v3 it looks like now. I think it was 4 when I said that.
Yeah.
No, 5v4.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Goran's the only one eliminated, co-captain.
Woke up at 7 a.m. so counted.
Yeah.
Actually started playing at 7
Yeah, I was
a.m.
about to say, only 7.
Wonder if anyone on stream has ever thrown a dodgeball at 7 a.m. because today was my first time doing that.
This has got to be the earliest I've ever seen a tournament start.
Yeah.
And what's unbelievable is we're like going to like 10 p.m. Big pump fake by Wincy O as she retreats back to play call with her teammates. 4 players, 4 balls, and the coordinated throw. But watch that line.
I know.
As the line ref did. Thankfully paying attention. Those are the tough moments in commentary. Like when you see it and you're just here.
Yeah.
You're invisible. You're not part of it. 3-on-3. Good throw, Mora. Better block, Pollard. The real right in the middle.
Both teams have really kind of locked in, you know? It's very like clean strategic dodgeball right now.
Oh,
wow,
are you serious?
what a bobble
Great catch. It was like she got her, and then just Wong stayed with it, going like, you know what? I think I'll just pull that in. Yeah, like you said, there's no nerves on that end. It's cool as a cucumber. Though Biron came back, she's out again. Defensive play call by number 4, Oliviera, saying, hey, get it out here. They're exchanging balls with no damage.
We're getting close to the no block halftime here. About 30 seconds out from that.
It's important for us just to not miss it at the very least.
Yes. Especially, a little sneaky throw there.
You know, and it was funny. I was wanting to bring this up earlier. I do love it when like players switch positions, particularly big switches, and it changes the angles. As you can see, Mora can do a cross-court throw to right now.
Yeah.
Out just in time, but no damage.
Survives the chaos. Going back to the switching thing, back in the day, I used to play on Team Awesome with 2 twin brothers, and we had a play where the 2 twins were in corner and just switched to the other side. It was always very funny when we did that. So yeah, this point's going to be pretty big here. We're halfway through. It's a 2-1 game. Big opportunity here to tie it up for Phoenix, or to kind of really put them on their heels here for Memers.
First ball's released and tagging the hip of Ao. Now 2-2. That one maybe a bit of a early release, and more veteran of the top court. Squares up. Sends a late one, Oliviera, now 1v2. Right, just getting out of the way. No greedy fingers. Tiffany Wong shares with a teammate, and good. That was good throw by Wright. And attempted catch, but wouldn't matter either way with the line out.
Strong close there from Mora.
Absolutely. And just like that's another skill of a veteran presence of like, I'm just going to send that one and just hammer it. I need to make sure it's an uncatchable play. And now 3-1 lead.
The second to last out was really good too, because the first throw put the player in kind of like a completely compromised position on their knees up front, and then more just like an easy tag there from point blank range.
Yeah, and then one of the things that demonstrates is kind of the chess side of dodgeball, where initial throws sometimes like put someone, you know, they have their best move initially, and then they might be uneven footing or they're turned somewhat. And that as long as that second one is very quickly after, so there's not enough time to reset, and that's when you have that moment of vulnerability that they can get someone.
I feel like it's especially crucial at this level of talent. You know, like everyone's pretty good on defense. They can dodge one ball, they can catch a lot of them. You have to make them do something so that you have a little bit of an advantage when you're throwing. And
that's actually kind of related to when we said like when you switch up players, like if you're locked in, like say it's 2v2 and there's things aren't happening. Switching players can just switch that arm angle. Yeah. So I might be used to a player coming at me again and again, but then they throw cross at me and it's going my right shoulder instead of my left.
Yeah, definitely some good chess going on here.
Opening rush in the second half. Big throws. Attempted catch, and it is. Well, the teammate said no.
Yeah, I'm not sure from here.
Yeah.
I won't be
Let's
calling
ignore
that.
the red hat, and she was like, nope. She's still shaking her head. Hopefully the refs aren't looking at that.
Calling it a catch.
And they did not. Catch is called.
There you go. Great leg catch. It's going to be a really good highlight if they can clip that. All right, so advantage Phoenix here.
And they send it on target. Now, Mora, big step out.
And we're just under 9 minutes here, so still enough time to kind of claw their way back in with just one or two easy wins. They're looking good at the start of this point. Up 6 on 3, Phoenix.
They continue to be vibing. Good play call. Coming quick. Pollard, hard on target. Good blocking, though. And
a great block charge throw there by Wong.
Oliveira taken out. Burden to throw is on Phoenix. They've got the extra players. High and outside. Resets the shot clock. Kind of smiles and laughs. And whoops. Good pump fakes and a 1-2 punch. Pollard active blocking and kind of, I think it hit arms and then ricocheted into a teammate.
So unfortunate. Feel like you're getting back into the whole match and then
two-player advantage.
Point gets taken away. Yeah.
Now, like, and I'd say 3-3, you can have some pretty long sets stuck at 3-3.
Yeah, this will be really important here. Who gets the first out to really break this tie?
Co-captain Goran, I was about to say it's a 1-2 out, but
did they catch each other? Did Wong and 33 in the center both catch?
Which is
wow.
Why we're seeing this.
Looks like that point's over. Okay, so there's definitely a hit
ineligible
on the close
to be she was gone.
And then there must have been a hit on the far corner too, so both corners hit and then a catch out the middle.
That was a decisive quick finish. After being 5-3.
Yeah.
And going, it's probably going to be 3-3 for a while.
Yeah, and like, the first out here is going to be big. Well, which one was the first out? It was like 3 at once.
Yeah. High toss back. Jobin Ross was left vulnerable and smartly looks to the opposing team who's going to throw at her.
So now down 4-1 here. You expect Phoenix to, they got to win 2 points here before the clock's over. So look for them to pick up the pace, maybe go for a couple catches they might not go for.
Meanwhile, Latte just gets it in the hair. Good ups and just gentle moving out of the way by Ju.
Efficient movement.
Yeah.
You hear me say that a lot.
Pollard is tagged out. No, questioning just to ask the refs, and they confirm you're good. And didn't fall out of the back court. Wong rips it, not on target.
It does seem like Memers is starting to eat the clock a little here, using the full 10-second burden count.
Meanwhile, big, quick,
aggressive rushes though on defense.
Yep,
I like that.
There was hustle still.
Yeah.
Player advantage just by 1, 4v3. Co-captain Pinion is ready for a catch. Gets a ball. Burden with the extra player is on Memers. Play call coming from Wong. Likely the far right.
Team throw there connects on the corner.
The far right, taking out left winger Mary Wright. And now the refs are going to chat again.
I didn't see anything here. Maybe touching the center line on a throw? Or maybe balls over? Like, what do you?
Yeah, especially in playoffs, it's kind of like, this has got to be important. I'd want to stop the clock. If you were watching a men's match earlier, it was a tough moment seeing like just a chat by the refs take out 30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like they called balls over, so the throws there were invalidated, and Phoenix will get all 6.
You have 10 seconds, and they didn't get them out in time. Now it's sun's out, guns out. But Flat not eliminated as she falls flat.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, and like one of the things that I think, unless you're playing, you don't realize that sideways fall is so effective because the horizontal plane is actually quite small when you're looking at it from the opposing end. It looks like someone flops, like when you're just watching it from the as a viewer.
It is a very impressive dodge when it works out against multiple balls, though. Because with 3, you'd have to think one might be trailing or one is low and just kind of gets you. So.
And then it's most impressive when someone like pancakes and then push-ups just to like get a rise out and knowing that there's going to be 2 or 3 balls coming at them.
I think I tried that once. Didn't go well. Won't ever try it again.
Hard throw, taking out the co-captain. Goran out and Pinion taking her place. Making a play call right now. 2 balls apiece. They send 2 over at flat. She's staying alive. Both wingers.
That looks very
play.
cool. Yeah.
You can see the symmetry in motion there. And just like the release was at the same time, which made it probably even more impressive.
And even on the side getting thrown at, they both did the same kind of like dodge block. That was cool. That'll look good on video if the content creators here are making something after.
And now 4v1. Let's see how the co-captain manages this. In some strategic circles, the move might be just to step out of the back line.
Yeah, I think I like to go for maybe like the first catch or 2, see if they're going to actually throw at you, and if not, get off the court.
Yeah, if you realize that they're just going to drag their heels, then don't let Mr. Clock join their team. No, she's no shortage of opportunities to fire right now, as there's just over 3 minutes left.
There we go.
Now, also electing the block instead of attempt to catch.
Yeah.
But
strong hit, though. Yeah, I think once you get the one hit here, you're in this game now. Like, look for the catch, one more hit. You don't really have to change too much.
Oh, wow. Speaking of catch, that's when it's in motion. You're like, oh, wow. Like this person was able to, like, stay in the flow of their cadence and bring it in.
Almost looks like an American football player running for that catch there. You guys got the CFL up here, so I can just call it regular football,
we also have
right?
like cable and streaming. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Well, yeah.
Mitch might watch some CFL. Winnipeg is quite popular.
Yeah.
Our Midwest, aka the Prairies, just love CFL.
It's like at 5-1 here. It's getting bleak, but I've seen crazier things happen in dodgeball.
Yeah. And if you're a team like Phoenix, and if you're heading off to nationals in just 6 weeks, there's also just this moment of like you're able to tune up and be at your boldest or bravest right now. If the coach McMullen is saying, hey, like, maybe change up the players. I want to get you some time, or hey, work on something.
How does nationals work here in Canada with like qualifying and getting invited?
Yeah. So because we've kind of got the fewer states or provinces, there's a representation of number of players or teams per province, and then each province or provincial sport organization gets to determine the rules of how to qualify. So national sport might be saying, hey, there's 33 men's teams. BC will give you 3, and then they have their provincials and duke it out, and then bronze, silver, gold would advance to nationals.
Nice. So Phoenix qualified for what province?
I'm not sure. I'm as far west as you can go.
Okay.
This is an Atlantic team. I believe most of the Atlantic provinces select players just because they're much smaller.
Okay.
And so it's more of a kind of curated experience that way. Good throws. Great protections to stay alive, and Biron readies. I was supposed to say she's going to show us why she's been the target so many times, as we're down to the final 30 seconds. Saskatchewan as well in the Prairies. Those of you watching, we've got the men's and women's teams. Hey!
Wow, leg catch. Love a good leg catch.
Final 10 seconds approaching now. 1v lots. And we almost guaranteed won't see another game, even though technically there could be no blocking, but it's not needed. And it's almost like a favor to the winning team of like, go ahead, move on.
Yeah.
So in good spirits, we're going to see some high fives. So congratulations to the
all
Memers.
smiles here. Some good sportsmanship here. What do you think here going forward for Memers? So they're going to move on and play the 1 seed, or the winner of the 1 seed versus I believe we probably have 8-9, yeah.
So we're going to watch next 3 versus 6.
Okay.
And then we've got Dreamers 1 is going to be playing 8.
So Memers going forward will get the winner of the 1-8. They have to feel like it doesn't matter what the seeds are, right? Like they could beat the 1 seed with how they're playing right now.
Yeah, and it's not a dramatic difference from kind of one to the next. And I think it'll be fun if we do get to see Memers versus Dreamers, because they're a split team.
I think this next matchup, I think 3v6 is looking like one of the Team Canada teams as well, and then versus a team with a couple Americans on it as well. So.
Okay. Well, we'll take a small break and then be ready to go for our next round of the quarterfinals. See you soon.